Hello, Virgo. Welcome. Thank you for being here. This is going to be a general read from a been dealing with. Of course, everything may not resonate, so take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel at Val53 Tarot. She's read through as well. Thank you. All right, let's see what's going on. Roll this over real quick. Huh. What is that, Virgo? Okay. I don't understand that. What is that? I don't understand like what that energy is or why. Oh my goodness gracious. What? I don't understand that, Virgo. One more and I'll jump into this, see if I can kind of track this. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know what this is, Virgo, but whatever is going on between the two, because they do emphasize the two of you very strongly, they are not having a good time. I mean, immediately they do show me and present the Five of Cups. I don't know if you can see that or not, but they're going through a difficult time. And I do feel like they are trying to kind of like stay focused on the positive or the silver lining of the situation. But why did they kind of express that? I'm not too sure like what actually is going on, because even though they're in between like not having a good time, they're trying to be, more positive or trying to focus on the bright side. They're trying to also kind of, in a sense, like not lose that positivity. But for some reason, it's like what they're feeling and what they're going through now with how things used to be and how things used to go, somewhere in between this situation, they're like, I just don't know where I'm at emotionally speaking with you, Virgo. I just don't know. I don't know if there's communication. I don't know if they plan on this or they're just kind of like on a whim doing things that are kind of causing them to feel this way or causing them to do that way. I don't know, Virgo. This is actually kind of, I'm a little curious myself as to what this is. What I don't understand is why does this seem and feel a little manipulative? I don't know why or what's going on. It feels as if they're kind of masking something or kind of like trying. It's weird. It's like because they're not in this good energy emotionally, mentally, or in a good place, let's just say, with you, even though I'm looking at some type of connection, it almost kind of feels as if they're trying to create something here between you where it almost like, how do I say this? It almost feels like it gives them some sort of reason or justification as to kind of like how to kind of like separate or distance themselves or kind of put space or distance between the two of you. What I'm looking at here is an emotional fracture or like rift taking place to where they're kind of, it's interesting because for some reason it's like, well, they're not happy. They're trying to do what they can to be happy. It's not working. They're real. It's almost like they're kind of like leaning into this negative perspective or filter, if you could say, to like make sure it's kind of like, well, if they're not happy, they're gonna create more of this, so that now they have like some sort of reason to do whatever they're gonna do. And even when they do this, they're still saying like even that on top of all this is not good enough. And they're getting to this point. I don't understand like how they get to this kind of like energetic breaking point to where they're like, I don't even want to do anything. And it's like, okay, so you're creating more negativity. You say you don't want to do anything, but you don't want to do anything because you snowball effect. You've created this momentum of negativity along the way, which gives you some sort of justification or leverage to kind of like disconnect from Virgo. It's kind of like when the problem in the situation is asking you, what's the problem? It's like you're the problem. You're creating problems where there's already enough problems. But for some reason, like whatever is going on between the two of you, they do understand and realize like there's certain things they have to do, and there's certain things that they're trying to kind of like wiggle their way through and not do. I don't know what that is. Um, Once again, it's that same energy. I don't understand that. Like, what are they so bitter about? Why are they so bitter? Is it a tactic? Is it a strategy? Like, I don't understand that. Thank you. You're welcome. It's Skelly. Huh. I don't understand that, Virgo. That just feels like they're trying to somehow like gain the upper hand. And they're willing to do whatever they got to do it. What they're emphasizing is like the end justifies their means. I don't understand that. Like, how is it that they're trying to energetically disconnect themselves from you to have the upper hand over you somehow? They're like, well, if I'm going to be, I don't understand that. They're like, whatever this dynamic or connection or situation is between the two of you, they're like, fine, it is what it is. But what even them having that realization, it's like they're choosing to be bitter. They're like, but I'm still going to be in a bad mood. I'm still going to be bitter because they I don't know what this is. This is like a hurricane. Virgo, what's that song? Rock me like a hurricane. Or that other song, you spin me right round, baby, right round. In a negative way. In a negative way. If there are, addiction, substances, advices in this, I don't know yet. It's possible, but it's kind of like how much of a, I don't know, how much damage and how much space and distance do they want to put before, like between the two of you before they're like, okay, enough space between us. Okay, I'm good with that. It's like, this feels like a tactic. This feels like a tactic. Like instead of talking about or talking through your problems, they act out because of the problems and the issues, whatever those problems and issues are. I don't understand this. Like you're okay, it's one thing to admit you're not happy. Okay, let's talk about it. But to like purposely go out of your way to manipulate the situation of like, I'm not happy, so therefore let me project this energy and kind of spew this energy and blur this energy into our dynamic to make you not know what the fuck is going on, Virgo, so that I can put some space and distance between the two of us and then decide like what I want to do. And it's like, what? It's weird. They get enjoyment or a kick out of being bitter because they feel like it gives them some sort of upper hand or leverage in the dynamic to control or manipulate you, Virgo. That's what I'm talking about. They're using your emotions against you. And this is kind of crazy to kind of see it so plainly black and white and go figure. It's not just the cards. They're like, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. And for some reason, they're kind of like, okay, enough for now. But even when they, once again, even when they say enough for now, they go for a fucking tizzy because they know you're smart enough to be seeing all this. It's like, like, okay, like how is Virgo now the fucking problem because Virgo's not emotionally affected? That's why you're the problem, Virgo, because you're not emotionally falling for their games. Look at this. We got swords in swords. They're like, fuck, now I gotta step my game up a notch. Ooh. Oh. There's a 5 of swords. They know they gotta take the L. Damn. It's like, what, you wanna have a stare down with me? Like, seriously, that is crazy. Like, what are you gonna do, Virgo? Virgo's like, I ain't gonna do fucking shit. Because I know you're the one with the problem. You're the one dealing with your emotions and your thoughts. You're the one snowballing and kind of going for a negative spiral. You want space? Take your space. Apparently, all this manipulation and these tactics aren't even making them happy because you're not falling for their psychological and emotional games. Even when they're like, okay, fine, I'll stop. It's still not good enough. That means you ain't playing, Virgo. You ain't playing, they are. And they're like, fuck, Virgo's outsmarted me. It's like, were you trying, Virgo? Or were you just using your eyeballs and being observant? Like, the way that this responds. Oh my gosh. So like now I don't, this is sounding a lot like Aquarius who they're asking about or dealing with. You're bitter. Look at this. You are bitter. You're like, now that gives me what's, I'm not going to say those words. Excuse me. That gives them, no, I'm not going to say it. I want to, but I'm not going to. It gives them reason and justification to be sneaky and shady. Because they respond and react to this, Virgo, as in like, I don't understand that. That is manipulation. Just because someone feels some type of way, just because someone is going through something negative, doesn't mean that you're required to immediately show emotions. Just because someone is going through something difficult doesn't mean you have to say something. Just because someone is going through something difficult doesn't mean you have to be there for them and solve and fix everything for them. Because when you just stand back and listen and watch and observe, that's a problem too. And that right there is someone who's like, I don't know what to fucking do because I can't control Virgo no more. That's why they're like, I got to step my game up. And even then they're like, fuck, Virgo got me. And now all of a sudden they look at the connection between the two of you like, once again, now you're the new problem, Virgo. But they like that you're the problem because they can do whatever the fuck they're going to do towards you, unfortunately. They're like, I'm going to do whatever I'm going to do. I'm going to look out for myself. You showed me that selfishness and that greediness over here at the beginning of this. By your crosswatcher, by your own rules, strategy, and tactics, you're doing what you want to do. And even when you do that, you're still not fucking happy with it. So it's almost like you can stop and ask them, Virgo, what's the problem now? You're doing what you want to do, right? What's the problem now? You're doing what you want to do, right? What's the problem now? You're playing by your rules, apparently, Crosswatcher. What's the fucking problem? You ain't got no one else to play with. There is the Ace of Swords. That's crazy. That's crazy. They're going for a fucking tizzy over you, Virgo. This is like, you know how to stand your own. You know how to stand your ground. You know how not to fall for their tactics. It's like, I do care for you. I do love you. I do got love for you. But when it comes to that, no. That's knowing your self-worth and your value. That's what that is. That's a boundary. That's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to feed into that negativity. Yeah, no, I'm not going to feed into that toxicity. Yeah, no, you need space, take your space. You want to talk? Let's talk. That is all about holding your ground, standing tall, and keeping your frame of mind. Like, I'm not going to fall for that shit. And what's crazy about this is what's crazy about this is they like it. That is weird. They like it when you don't break your frame of mind. They're like, damn. Oh my gosh. There's the tower. I mean, look at this. When you don't break your frame of mind, Virgo, they like it. But the problem is they're having a breakdown. They're like, damn, Virgo's just too, they're emphasizing, damn, Virgo's just too good. I don't fucking know. They're like, I don't know what to fucking do. I don't know what else I can do. Stop playing. Stop playing. Look at this. There's the devil. They can't stop. Look at this. They can't stop. Stop playing. Tower, devil. You're spinning in circles there, Crosswatcher. What's the problem? You know it. Oh my gosh. You know it. Ooh, you are not happy about it. Ooh. There's a Three of Swords, like I said. That is an energy of fine, stay in the darkness. Stay in the dark. That is crazy. And there you are on top of the deck, Virgo. I don't know if you can see it. It's like because you won't play their game, it goes like this. And they don't know what to fucking do about it. Go figure. Go figure. I'm looking at the sun reversed. They are bitter, Virgo. They are bitter because they feel as if they are losing their control. They feel like they're losing their grip. They feel like I have to come up with something. I have to come up with some sort of different strategy. I have to come up with something. And they're realizing like, I got no other fucking moves. How did you outplay them, Virgo, and you weren't even playing? I don't know. But that is something they need to learn from and stop doing because they're the only ones that are going for this roller coaster from hell. You decided, yeah, I'm not going to get on that. You can go by yourself. How about that? Enjoy, have fun. Not for me. Sorry. I will not fall for those toxic, tactics. Damn. They're like, oh, Eight of Cups. Whatever. I don't give a shit anyways. Seven of Swords. Look at this, Virgo. We got to play a playa. We got to play a playa who is indulging in their shadow side. Look at that. You are pissy with the King of Wands reversed. Come on now. You are pissy. Pissy, pissy. Admit it. You know you want to admit it. Virgo's better than you. There's justice. I mean, damn, you know it. You're like, oh, yeah, you know it. Like, damn. That's funny. Ooh. Interesting energy, Crosswatcher. Interesting energy. Ain't that something? That's crazy energy. The possibilities, though, interesting. What is that about that shadow of yours that is like I don't know how, Virgo, but somehow you've managed to check their shadow side. And they don't know what else to do about it. And that's what's crazy. It's like you're forcing them to have to face themselves in some shit they don't want to face. And that's what's crazy is somehow you are putting it's interesting. Somehow the two of you actually are meant to cross paths. The thing is, it's for you to teach and show them some shit about themselves. Go figure. Bye.